Now, from the University of Okoboji, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee, coming to you from the Iowa Rock and Roll Museum right here in Arnold's Park. And we've got here with us the Executive Director of Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association. Clay Norris is here with us, my friend.
Jeff, how are you doing
Very,
today?
Very good. I'm in my element.
I know.
I'm in with rock and roll.
It's fun to be in here, although I will say it's like 72 and ideal outside, but inside is always 72 and ideal.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Iowa Rock and Roll Music Museum.
12 months out of the year. Yes.
That's right.
But this is that exciting time of the year, Clay, where we can expect music, whether it's Rock the Roof, maybe it's Rock in the Patio, and different things in the roof garden. What are we kicking off with here?
We are kicking off this season on the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, the 27th of May, and we're going to be having a show in the roof garden at 7:30. Doors will open at 6:30, and the name of the group is Jet Threat. So can you guess who that might be a tribute to?
One of my all-time favorite. I mean, I had a serious crush on this lady, Joan Jett.
Joan Jett. Yep, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. And so there is a Hall of Fame inductee of ours from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I want to double check that. Yes, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And her name is Carrie Skogman. And Carrie toured in many bands, a part of many bands in the Midwest in her career.
Okay.
And I think, too, obviously, she loves Joan Jett as a musician. And she gathered together three guys to go with her as the Blackhearts from the Cedar Rapids area, and they have developed into probably the best. I mean, I would be hard pressed to find a better one from what I've heard. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts tribute group.
Oh man, and they'll love rock and roll. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So all of her hits.
Yeah, and that'll be on Saturday of Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, Saturday
in the roof.
In the roof garden.
Okay.
And okay, so this is part of a new series that we're doing that's called Okoboji Rocks.
Okay.
And Okoboji Rocks, we'll talk about Rock the Roof in a minute.
Yeah.
But Rock the Roof for our base price of $15. You can get some cheaper ones, and I'll explain. But these are $25 tickets and above in this series.
Right.
And so we're going to do two shows. The Jet Threat is one. Two shows that are more oriented towards the 80s genre of music, and then two shows that are more oriented towards the classic before that era of music.
Right.
So the second show we're going to do, so Jet Threat again is on the 27th of May, and that is a Saturday night. Okay. Then the other three shows are going to be on Fridays. So on Friday, July the 7th, we're going to have a group here called Expedition out of the Twin Cities. Okay. And Expedition does some of my favorite groups of that era. They do Journey and Foreigner and Kansas and Styx.
Perfect.
So that'll be a rockin' evening. It'll just be a great show. And they are excellent musicians, have gotten wonderful reviews. And that is going to be then on that Friday night, the 7th of July.
Okay.
And then in August, on August the 25th, and I know you know one of the members of this group, maybe several of them very well, is the Ups and Downs are coming for a reunion show.
Oh, yes. I know Terry Klein, of course, our good friend.
Well, there's Terry Klein, there's Rusty Davis.
Rusty, that's what I was.
There's Kevin King.
Okay, and Kevin, yes.
And
I think of Rusty and Kevin, and Terry right away.
Well, Rusty's the one. I mean, I've talked to Rusty a bunch on the telephone. He lives out in Las Vegas, I think. And they used to be a Vegas show group. I mean, they had a big, long-running show and traveled all over the country. And the picture we have in their museum, I say, are you guys going to wear rock the polyester jumpsuits? It's like, probably not. Yeah. But anyway, that'll be really fun.
Yeah, it'll be huge. A big memory lane for a lot of people, not just from here, but around.
Yes, that'll be a big show. Yep. And then the Friday night of our 3-day induction weekend, we have 1961 the tribute here, which is the Rolling Stones said is the world's best Beatles tribute band. And I recall seeing them, my wife Kathy and I, a number of years ago in Tulsa, I think. I mean, they've been all over for a long time.
Yeah.
And we actually are inducting them into our Hall of Fame because they played Iowa many times in Des Moines and other places.
Sure.
And then, of course, they do the music of the Beatles, which is also an inductee of ours this year.
Yeah.
When we ask every single person that we induct, almost without fail, what are your musical influences? 90% of them say the Beatles are involved in that.
Yep.
And then the Beatles were influenced by the Everly Brothers.
Yeah.
And Paul has a picture of them behind his desk.
Oh, that's cool.
All this stuff. So there's a lot of Iowa ties there. So anyway, that's the Okoboji Rock series.
Okay.
We will be posting the actual details of those other 3 shows shortly. Let me tell you first about the ticket prices for the Jet Threat. So general admission tickets are $25. And then for $30, we're going to set up about 3 rows around some little tables of about 4 seats around a table.
Yeah.
And those are the premium seats, and they're $30, so just $5 extra.
Yeah.
And then you can reserve a booth while they last for $200.
Okay.
And then with your ticket, your general admission ticket, you then can decide who sits at your booth. So it was so complex before, and the park does it this way.
Yeah.
So
simplify
if the Fee family wants to buy a $200 booth, and then you want me and everybody else to pack in there with you, then come on over.
I give them a call and say, hey, come with me that night. Yeah,
that's right.
Perfect.
So you still got to buy your general admission ticket to get in.
Yep.
But then
then you've got your space to
yes.
to enjoy.
So that's the way we're going to work it.
Okay.
A point that I think some people miss in. We try to stay competitive with ticket prices. We look at what the park does and everything, but this is the major time for us outside of donations and sponsorships for us to be able to raise funds to operate this place.
Absolutely.
To do all the educational things we're doing, the outreach, the staff, all that thing. So that is why we do the shows. Obviously to entertain the public.
Right.
But it is a good way for us
But it's more than entertaining, it's a mission.
Yes, it is.
Right.
It's a mission. And excuse me, our mission is to celebrate the legacy and inspire the future of rock and roll in the state of Iowa. And none of that stuff's free. So we have to, we've got to get some funding somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
And so why not have a good time? So that said, there's been some questions about Rock the Roof. And Rock the Roof, for the most part, there's 2 exceptions. June 15th, and then it would be the 31st of August. Those will be on Thursday nights, like they've been.
Right.
The 15th of June is Richie Lee, and then the 31st of August is an all-star band of inductees that is going to play right before the induction weekend.
Okay. All right.
But then the rest of them through the season, and they're all on our events page. We're going to be getting some posters around town, are on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
And we're almost every week through the summer, except for 3, we will have a Rock the Roof. The reason for Wednesday night is the park, who we work with very closely, and they do well in the roof garden.
Yes.
They wanted to have Thursday open for some bigger shows, events that they have. They've got some conferences, they've got weddings, they've got different things.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be good partners with them.
Of course.
My understanding is, for those of you who've lived around here for a long time and got to go to the original roof garden, is that Wednesday night was one of the big dance nights.
It was indeed. That's when my folks went to the big bands and so forth, Wednesday night at the roof.
Yeah. So we hope to kind of rekindle that anyway. So please come on out and support Wednesday nights. And that opens up some other things that you could do on Thursday night. We're going to be having another little series called Songwriter Showcase, for example, and most of those are going to be on Thursday night. You've got some of our other partners in the area, like the Pearson Lakes Arts Center and things like that. That'll have some shows on some other nights. So, please come support that. Yeah. And then we're also going to have Rock the Patio. And Rock the Patio is a real comfortable, casual...
Right behind us.
Right there. This place right here is our bar. Yes. And we have it open. And we still have some of our Soy Capitan beer to sell, which is the beer that Westo canned for us this past year. Yeah. And we will have that at 11:30. on Saturdays.
Yeah.
The only exceptions will be actually on Memorial Day and on Labor Day, where we'll have it 11:30 on that Monday.
Okay.
So that's kind of the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah.
And in between,
bookend it.
And we have everybody coming from, the Bill Carpenters and Terry Kleins to the Okoboji Masters Choir, which was a kick last year. They were wonderful. And so we've got a nice we've got some new artists to us, to the patio anyway, this year. So it's going to be a good season.
It's going to be a great season. Going to be a full season. Lots of entertainment. Come out, enjoy it. Of course, Iowa Rock, the letter N-roll.com is where you can find out a lot of what we've talked about right there, and you can become a member as well of the association. Clay, thank you for being here with us.
Well, thanks, Jeff, and please come support us at Jet Threat and get us off to a good start. You'll really enjoy the evening, and we hope to see a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why we want to play some, heck, it's our music.
It's
right?
our music, yeah. And the Jet Threat, and don't take this the wrong way, but I hate myself for loving you. So anyway, thanks to Clay Doris again.
If I have another pun here, well, you have a bad reputation.
True. All right.
There we go.
We're throwing them out there, guys. Anyway, we want to thank Clay for his time, and we want to thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. The headquarters of the University of Okoboji is at the Three Sons, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Ruthven Locker at the Lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.